Good morning. This is Lori from the Pink Girly channel, and today I'm going to color. It's Sunday morning, July 31st. I can't believe we're almost to August. Oh my goodness. Before you know it, we're going to be decorating for the holidays. So I had a couple of options, a couple of ideas for this morning, and I settled on coloring. And the gal that um, is the artist for these books, Emmanuel Cologne, I guess you'd say it. Colin? No, I think it would be Cologne. Colin. She's got quite a few of these books now. I've had these for a while. So she's got Colorage Wild, and there's 1, 2, and 3. And then I think she's come out when I was in France. My son took me to an art store, and they had several there that I hadn't seen before, which is not unusual because I got them online. Um, I haven't seen them in a regular store, um, and some of them were a combination of what were in the three that I had, and the price was about the same, so I didn't want to carry them home. Although I haven't picked up any new ones of hers, but her work, if you're not familiar with it and if you like to color, her work is amazing. The thing is that the paper, though, is kind of like a watercolor textured paper, and I don't know that it is watercolor paper. I don't know that it says. And I could have printed this on smooth cardstock, the image I'm going to work on today, but I don't know where my smooth cardstock is, so I didn't do it. I'm going to work on this gal. Now, I tried some colored pencils that I found that were Prima, and I have those in flesh tones, but on this, I just couldn't get it really smooth. I was just trying it out. And the thing about these books is you get double the images. So I'm going to work on her. I started the second copy of this I have, which is probably silly because now I can't make copies of it. So good morning and welcome to any and all who are coming in. And this is rough. I'm trying to go fairly quickly so I can get to the twist that I have in mind, which I also don't know if that's going to work. So you can see that it's really grainy. So I'm going to work on this a little bit as folks hopefully start coming in. And let me get this out of here. And I'm going to see if I can smooth up some of her skin. I'm just darkening the area and where I want some shadowing. I'm mostly using, well, I guess I totally have switched over now to my Prismacolors. I think I'm going to do the orchids all basically the same color, and I just put a real light coat of pink on those to kind of get those started. And I've got out some chocolate, some dark brown, I've got some sienna, I'm using nectar and peach. I want her skin to be maybe just a little darker. So I've gone around to all the areas that the artist has given that normally you would shade, and I'm just putting in light shading type colors. I did put some white in a couple of areas to kind of help me keep some hopefully some contrast. I hope you can see that. Hi, Ange. Oh, it wasn't? Yeah, sometimes it takes a while for that red light to go out. Yeah, I was in there too. She just stopped. She just finished up a few minutes ago. You were having trouble the other day, although I did see you in chat for a while at Ann's the other day. So what are you up to today, Ange? I'm trying to use the lightest stroke that I can use. Now, this is where I'm going to have trouble because I could really use my readers, but then if I do that, I can't see chat. Good morning, Judy. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. I think I want to put a little bit of dark brown on her eyebrows. And I used to have some, mineral spirits or something that I could blend this out. Good morning, Jen. How are you? Nice to see you. Uh, yeah, the ladies were telling her that at the end of her last live, and she hadn't done anything. She didn't even have her would she say her tablet near her to do that. And she was going to check it, but she may have forgotten. Sometimes when you're streaming and then you're done streaming, things kind of go out of your head. So I'm not going to fuss around too much with this because I really want to work on her hair, and I can't do what I want to do with the hair until I do the flowers. So I just am going to work on this a little while. Let me see. This is the nectar. This is a like a medium type value, skin value. I'm trying the little circles. And when you work on this kind of paper, sometimes it just takes a while for you to get the finish that you want. And it seems like the other pictures I've worked on in this book, I didn't have this much trouble with. So I don't know what it is. And I always use the Prismas. So I'm trying not to be too heavy-handed, and just kind of chill a little bit here. Yeah, that's strange. Although there's a couple of girls that have trouble and a couple of the different streams for for an unknown reason, right? Sometimes Anne will pop in here depending on what she's got going on, so I'll have to remind her to check on her end. Let's see, I want to get this little spot in her ear and darken that up. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hi, Vanessa. Good morning. Got a busy day going? Doing some scanning. Cool. Now I want to give her cheeks a little peachy kind of a look. But then I think I want her lips more red. I was trying to give her nose a little definition. I'm not sure. I've made her nose look very nice. I could probably erase some of that, but I don't know if I have the right kind of eraser. Let's see. Oh, I might. I might try to take out a little bit. Kathy Arbor said you can erase this. Yeah, Angie's been working on her journal. Let me get some of this pencil off. Let's see if I can get in there. I don't want to take too much out. It looks a little better. I really made it dark right there. Oh, that's marvelous. That works out. That works really good. Cool. Cool. All right, let's see. I just realized I have salmon pink and a salmon. All right, there's two salmon pinks, but I think there's another. That's also salmon pink, but I thought I saw that I had a second, like a salmon pink light. Maybe I read it incorrectly. Wait a minute. That one's salmon pink. I see. I keep picking up the same colors. Seashell. Maybe I misread it. Maybe it was seashell, not salmon. I love the pale vermilion. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Yep, that's the same. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I just feel like I'm a little loopy. All right, I got some different oranges here. I'm going to try something. I was coloring a page in that Blue Bunny book. And I was coloring the cheeks of a little gal in there. And I did this. I did the salmon pink, which I really like for cheeks. I might just really concentrate on half of her face. Yeah, what are you scanning, Vanessa? 15 packs in 2 days? Wow, Ange. That's an accomplishment. I keep wanting to scan and try that and try my hand at digitals, but I'm a little nervous to pull the trigger. Oh, wallpaper. Cool. Cool. All right, so I just laid down a little layer of the salmon. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of orange, I think. And I'm just going to go across the top of her cheek area. kind of deepen that. Now, is my camera close enough? Or do I need to bring it down a little bit? I don't know if you can see what I'm doing okay, or if it's just fine, or... And then I'm going to take a little bit of that vermilion. I think I want that a little sharper. I find that it's a little better. Hey, Carla, good morning. And I'm going to just not come down quite as far, and I'm going to continue to deepen that top edge of her cheek. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, and you may not even care. See, I get those lines when the paper's real white. I should put it on my phone so I can see what's going on. Now I'm going to take my pink salmon again. Just kind of, I'm just working it real light. Real light, and trying to blend those three shades together. And I'm going to come back in with my peach. Kind of blend up into her eye a little bit, the corner of her eye there. So this paper is just taking a lot more color. It's just taking a lot more time to try to, get rid of that poppy looking, not poppy, like grainy look. Good morning, Malia. Man, I have such a love-hate relationship with washi. I have a lot more than I'll ever use. I don't know. I just never really think to use it. But I can get sucked in real quick, that's for sure. But truth be told, I can get sucked into almost anything really quick. Okay, I want to keep this little spot under her eyebrow kind of on the lighter side. All right, and I'm going to do her eye. So welcome to those who are coming in. Hi, Aunt Beck. Good morning. Aunt Beck, that fabric I promised is on its way. It should be at your place tomorrow sometime. So I'm working in a book called Colorage Wild by Emmanuelle Cologne. I'm going to say Cologne. Can you see her name there? I guess it's Emmanuelle. Emmanuella? There's no A. Oh, you're quite welcome, Aunt Beck. I hope you're able to use it. And we're going to do this little girl. And I want to do something different with her hair. But I really can't do that until at least I think, until I do something with the flowers. So I just want to get a little bit of her face done. Now, I like to do, if I do her brown, I want to do a brown, but I want to... Oh, hi, Gil. Good morning, good morning. I want to do brown. Oh, no problem, Gail. I want to do her ice brown, but I usually start with yellow of some kind. So I'm going to start with, I have here, this is yellow ochre, I believe. Yellow ochre. So I hope everyone's well. And Kathy Arbor, hello, hello. I was just talking about you again, Kathy. I used my eraser. It worked great. I'm just going to put some of the yellow ochre in. Then I'm going to come back in with goldenrod. I love the goldenrod. I keep getting little crumblies on her. And I'm going to put the goldenrod to the left side and across the top of her eye. And I think I'm going to use maybe a little bit of my burnt sienna, perhaps. What color is this here? Oh, here's a burnt ochre. Maybe I'll do the burnt ochre. I need to pull my other glasses down. And I'm just not coming out as far as I did maybe with the goldenrod in that, and I'm going in the same area. Top underneath her eyelid and around the left side. I feel like I have something wet on my finger. Okay, now I have my dark brown here. I'm doing that dark brown all the way around, like the line of her eye, her iris. In the picture, there's a little shaded area right next to her pupil there. And I'm going to take some white and kind of blend that. So they're really kind of a brown yellow. Kind of like a tiger eye. Tiger's eye. The images in this book are so cute. I don't know how well you can see them. You might like to have a little bit of chocolate. And I'm talking about color pencil. Although a little bit of chocolate might be good. Not color pencil. It's not Wednesday yet, Ange, so we can still talk about food. All right, Okay, now I know somewhere here I have my Sharpie pen. I'm going to do her little pupil. Now, sometimes the pictures are, hey, Ree, good morning. They have a bigger kind of white highlight. But this one was just a little tiny dot. So I'm probably going to have to get out paint. So I can use a stylus, because my Posca pen is not sorry, I can't talk when I'm doing the line. My Posca pen, even the smallest nib, is not small enough to make that little dot. And she looks a little better with her eyes done. I think I'm going to come around that pupil a little bit more. So I'm still seeing a lot of white, and it's just a matter of taking the color pencil. Hey, Barb, good morning. Nice to see you. And I said earlier, for those who may not have been here yet, I could have copied the image on some smooth cardstock instead of having to deal with this rough paper. But I don't know where my smooth cardstock is. Uh-oh. Making progress in my room, but I'm just not there yet. Let's see. Maybe I'll use some of this dark brown here. I really never tried the baby oil. I did have some, I think it was mineral spirits that I used when I first started back coloring as an adult. But I don't know. That's been MIA for years, really years. There's little marks in her eyes. I'm going to make it look like a little heart. At least that one. I don't know if I can get this one to look like a heart. Yeah, there we go. She'll look better once I get that little white dot of. So you can see how her face is coming along. Now I pulled up a picture of some orchids, and not that I'm going to do this orchid in particular, but I just wanted to get an idea of how the coloring goes with them. So I'm going to work on the half with the 2 flowers. Where has my cardstock gone? Yes. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait till this organization project is over with. And the artist has little bugs in here too. I always do them with a dark marker so they stick out. And then there's a big old bug here. I might do him like a yellow. So let me just work a little bit around this side of her face. Please pardon as I twirl my book. I want to work on this side of her face a little bit because I'm going to work on the hair in this area. I don't know. You may think I'm silly when I do what I do with the hair, but it could be not be could be good, could be not be good, could be disastrous. Disastrous. So when I'm done streaming, I'm going to work in my room some more. I think I said on another stream, my cousin is coming for a visit. My husband would like all of my stuff out of the kitchen and back in this room before she arrives. Quite frankly, I don't think that's going to happen. And then I just need to I'm going to put her in our bedroom so she has her own bath. So we're looking forward to her coming and spending a few days. We haven't had company for a while overnight. And then my one sister is coming on the 4th to hang out with us. Probably if the weather's nice, we'll do a pool day. And then I think my daughter's coming with her family, so my cousin can meet the littles. So hopefully that will work out. And then my younger sister and her hubby might come on Saturday before my cousin leaves and get a visit in. So I've got a busy week ahead. I'm hoping this looks better for you than it does. Let me pull myself up here on YouTube and see. Oh, I still got those stripes. I guess because of all the white in the background. Oh, she doesn't look too grainy. I'm just always nervous about putting like the baby oil on. Yeah, I had mineral spirits, but I mean that's been I know, right, right, Ange? Yeah, market weekend this weekend as well. It's going to be very, 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 very busy. I'm just afraid if I use the baby oil, it was. Hey, I wonder if I could do a test. Gail says she doesn't like to use the mineral spirits or anything like that on the colored pencil. Yeah, I was thinking it would be looks, real slick. There's a strip of paper, like this is perforated here. So there's a strip of paper up here. I could do a test. But I wonder if essential oils would have the same kind of effect. Now, I've said this before too. My daughter's sister-in-law, she's a trained artist. She told me people use a white pencil. And I've tried that before. That does work to some degree. But you got to do that, I think, at the very end. All right, so I put a coat of Deco Pink down, and I'm just trying to decide what I want to go with here. I think I'm just going to go with pink blush. We'll see how it works. start get some color on these here. I don't have the right glasses to. Oh, it's Tina. I thought it was Tina. Hi, Tina. You can just use white in some situations. Yeah. Yeah, I had an odorless one. Janet used an everyday sponge and put it in the jar and then poured the, yeah, cotton swab, which she dabbed on. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to use the side of my pencil again. I'm just trying to rush the process. Somewhat. So I just want to fill in the area of my flowers, my orchids. And I got a little bugaboo here. Does anyone else here like the color or not so much? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm holding my pencil back to kind of help me not press down too hard. Look, there's a little ant there. Of course, I can't find. Maybe I'll put these on the left. They'll be out of my way. That makes more sense, Lori. It takes me a while, but eventually I catch on. I watched a gal, and oh my goodness, I don't know. I just searched how to do auburn colored hair. Kathy uses colored pencil in almost every art project. I always forget about that, Kathy. I'm trying my hand, Kathy, at drawing a picture, drawing my dog that we lost in September last year, our little Lucy. So I've watched Bonnie Snowden because she does so many animal portraits. Now, Lucy was a Maltese and she had white hair. So I know that's a challenge. But I did her eyes. And they turned out okay. I think it does look like her, so I'm pleased about that. Okay, so I'm going to start deepening up. Let me get my orchid picture back here on my phone. All right, so this part here is really dark, and then that's really dark. I hope I have my, yeah. I'm going to take my dark purple and do in this throat kind of area here. Deepen that. Same over here where these dark lines are. Lori, see the request from Tina above. Thank you. Thanks, Barb. Oh, Jen, Mayan died in my arms. It was horrifying. Shame on me, though, because I just didn't have the courage to put her down. All right, I'm missing Tina's question. Oh, hi, Mama Pat. Are you there with Tina? Nice to have you with us. That's terrific. All right, so I'm going to do some yellow there. I don't think I'm going to do those spots, though. I guess not all orchids have spots, right? This color all in here looks like processed red to me. So let's get some of that processed red going. I know, and I can't, right, Gail? I can't get the white. I have to watch more videos. I can't get the white. Like I started to use gray, and Arluce always had pink around her eyes. You know, from her from her tears. And this picture that I have, she's I forget what my daughter said it was called. She had like a winter nose, like in her winter, in the winter, her nose was, I might have it backwards. One season her nose was totally black. The other season her nose was pink on the top and dark underneath. And the picture I have of her, her nose is pink. And then she has pink around her eyes, and then like little drippage from her little, spittle, if you will, that discolored her hair. And so I put those tones underneath, but then when I try to bring the white in, my white prisma's just not showing up. So I've got to watch more videos. More videos. Just going to come in these areas where there's obviously you need some shading and put in this processed pink. But she was a love. Oh my goodness, I miss that dog. She was the sweetest little thing. She was about 7 pounds. Oh, Jen, I know. Oh, sorry, Jen. Oh, Gail did? So sorry, Jen. We're about to lose our. Oh, it's not easy. I know they're just, animals, but they, for so many of us, they're a member of the family. And the only one we have left now, she's doing okay, but she's not great either. She just was diagnosed with diabetes, so uh, I guess I need to do this all dark in here, so it kind of that would help it sit back. Yeah, they are members of the family for sure. Little love bugs. And I always well, I'm a little bit of a, mm, I don't know how to say it. No matter how I say it, it's going to sound horrible. I mean, I like certain dogs. I don't like all dogs. Would never hurt an animal, But there's certain dogs I wouldn't, for myself, I wouldn't want to own. I like dogs with hair, and then they look like, a little pile of fluff. That's just my preference. Although I do love a Great Dane. They're not really piles of fluff, but our house is too small for a Great Dane. Okay, I wanted some yellow in here. Maybe I ought to block in some yellow. Was thinking I wouldn't need any yellow, but I forgot about the oops, pushed a little too hard there, Laura. Let's put in some yellow. Let's see, I don't want to miss anything. They do, Becky. Is it beautiful? Okay, Becky, have fun. Hi, Ann. There's Ann. Ange. And Ange was saying to me earlier that she still had trouble um, and seeing chat in your stream. And I know someone had mentioned it the other day. I'm wondering if you had a chance to check to see if you could tell if she was blocked or anything. I know you said you didn't have your um, tablet, so you knew you hadn't blocked her, but we were wondering if you had a chance. Okay, thanks, Anne. That's terrific. All right, Ange, so it should be all taken care of. And Anne, I love the project you're working on and the way you're doing those pages with your bugs and the flowers. Amazing. Now I have a script blocks, but I don't think I have one with just like regular words. I think that's what I would need. Hi, Carol. Yeah, accidents happen for sure. It's so easy. My husband's retired from his real job, and his boss from that job has moved on, and she is no longer in Jersey. She moved to Vermont, and she's heading up um, another shelter that needs another animal shelter that needs help in Vermont. And she's invited my husband to work along with her. He, of course, is working from home. So he was working in their database, and somehow he slid a file, and it kept opening every time he opened the computer, and he couldn't find it. He finally located it. But I can remember doing that so many times. The IT guys say, "What did you do now, Lori?" Because I thought I was sliding it into a folder where it should be, and then I would lose control, and it just, they could find it, but I couldn't find it. So, well, it's great you were able to figure that out, Anne. That's super. These are just going to be very plain orchids. I think I just want to maybe I'll bring a little bit of this lilac in. I wonder, let's just see what this looks like if I do a little bit of this underneath. If I don't know, I'm just kind of experimenting here a little bit. So I'll make sure I'm kind of. Oh, Carol knows so much stuff. Carol, this morning when you were talking about making the dolls and you said vinyl, I was thinking all those dolls were made with like a porcelain or a bisque head. I didn't realize you could do them or that they were vinyl. I wanted one of those dolls for myself for years. The sweet part. Oh, Ange, you have to take a compliment and say, thank you, Anne. I know so little about YouTube and StreamYard and all that stuff. And then the people I know in my life that are really good with computers, they don't either because they don't mess with it. Of course, if they wanted to, they probably could figure it out, but they're busy with a lot of other things. I don't want to press down too terribly hard with this. Well, Angie, that's my opinion. I'm sticking. All right, Tina. She's going to go make her mama some breakfast. Okay. My cousin that's in town visiting, she had a conference yesterday. And she went and stayed overnight with my mom last night after her conference. And then she's spending the day with my mom today. My dear mom is kind of, they're not calling it, okay, Carol's getting back to work. All right, Carol, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Have a good afternoon. And it's kind of tough on my mom thinking about having company, and it's okay now that she's there, I'm sure. But she's getting, they don't call it Alzheimer's, at least not yet. But she gets very anxious about things. So Kathy's going to keep her busy today. My mom's favorite thing to eat in the whole world is chocolate Cheerios. So guess what they had last night? Chocolate Cheerios. Oh, goodness. I'm thinking I'm going to make that bug kind of a greeny yellow color because I want him to really stick out. That's what I'm thinking. Well, I discovered I can do something with my phone I didn't know I could do. It's like a picture in picture. So I've got myself up here on YouTube, and then I've got the image that I'm looking at. And I happened to discover it kind of by accident. I was trying to minimize the ball game one day when I was watching, and I only gently hit my little home button at the bottom instead of, mashing down on it. And when I did that, it made the ball game small, and I could go to my chat and do other things. And I had no idea my phone can do that. I'm such a lame brain when it comes to technology. Well, not just technology. I can be a lame brain really about a lot of things. So many things. All right, so I just am trying to put this processed red in these areas. I think I need a little bit more here. I'm trying not to flip my page around too much. See, when I color, I flip it all different ways. All different ways. Now, I do like mulberry as well, so I'm going to come in with some mulberry. And I'm using the circular motion. I think that's helping a little bit with the graininess. Not a whole lot. I mean, I'm going to have to do a lot more work on this page for sure. I'm trying to get these edges because I want to work on the hair. Now, sometimes, if you're like me, sometimes when you look at something, and you may have looked at an image similar many, many times, but for whatever reason, this one particular time when you look at it, you just get an idea. And that's what happened to me today when I was trying to decide what I just felt like coloring. And when I was trying to decide what to color, I looked at this little gal and the idea popped into my head. I doubt that it's a new idea. I can come under there with some of that dark purple. So we'll see. All right, so I want to do some of the bugs. So you get the idea of what I'm doing here with the pencils and with the flowers and her little face. Now I do love my lime peel, and I want the bug to kind of be almost look like a neon. So I'm going to put my chartreuse all over the bugaboo here. And then I'm going to take my lime peel. I don't think this is a real bug. I don't know. Okay, Ange is back. Great. All right. So put a little lime peel around the edges. I think I'm going, well, I sharpen my pencils really a little too short. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I was watching this girl. I looked up how to do an auburn colored hair. So I wanted to see what pencils to use. So that's what I Googled. And this girl popped up, and it really looked cool what she was doing. So I wrote down my colors, and then as I watched her, she, of course, kept sharpening her pencil, and she used a pencil sharpener I've never seen before. And I ordered one. It's called Teagal, T-Gal, T-G-A-A-L. And it has a dial on it where you can set the point. Who knew? Not me. So that's supposed to come sometime today. So I'm anxious to see what that's like. All right, I'm going to take my Sharpie pen and I want to do all the dark areas of this bug. Because I'm hoping I don't lose him when I'm doing the hair. Okay, Anne's is back. I have my readers on, so it's hard for me to read the screen. I'm kind of scooching forward. This is hard to see really even how the little bug is shaped and her dark hair. I think he's got another leg coming out this way maybe. If not, he's got one now. I don't think that was a leg. I think that might have been her hair. Let's make another big leg over here. Oh, jeez. I don't think that was a leg either. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. All right, Anne says, okay, I have a question. I keep getting pictures on my text. Do I block it or put it in the trash? I don't think I understand what your question is, Ange. I'm sorry. You mean on your phone? All right, what I'm going to do is take my black pencil and I'm going to put a light coat of black because the dark part of the picture here, it's not really black. I don't want to paint it. I guess I could put a wash. I don't really want to paint it, I don't think. We shall see. This is probably not going to do too much. And I don't want it to be too dark because I don't want to, well, it may not matter. So what I decided I want to try to do is, oh, thank you, Judy. What I decided I really want to try to do is, okay, Ange says yes on my phone. This number keeps sending me photos. I'd report it and trash it, honey. And block the number. Of course, I don't know who you report it to. All right, so what I'm going to do is put this base coat of pencil. Then I'm going to find a brush that's kind of medium sized. And then I have a dark jar, a jar of dark textured paste. And I'm going to smush it on her hair. And then dry it, and then dry brush on top of it. I don't know if it's going to work. Because I want her hair to look textured. So, yeah, that's true, Barb. But since I put that, I mean, I understand not wanting to put the subscribers only to chat on. And I tried not to do it for a while, but it was just there for a while. To me, it seemed like the bots were certainly, gross, but then they just really got filthy. And I just can't. I just don't want to. I just don't want to be having that. Not even for a second. So, all right. Now I don't want to use too big of a brush. I don't think, because I don't want to get it, on my flowers. Especially because the flowers aren't done. And this could be, really not a good idea, but I thought it might look cool. And I'm assuming I can dry brush because you can paint the texture paste stuff, right? So if you can paint it, I should be able to dry brush it. And I may not even need to do this like kind of base coat, but I don't want it solid black because I want maybe some of that lightness to pop through. I don't know. I really don't know what I want. All right, so let's see here. That's a fairly new brush, but I think if I wash it. Okay, now this texture paste is not black. Yeah, I think so too, Barb. And like Anne said, I heard Anne say the one time, people are waiting for YouTube to fix it, but that might be the fix. The fix is in. All right. So, oh goodness, that's very hard. Well, that's not going to work, is it? I guess I can squirt some water in here. Well, can I not? Where's my squirt? Ooh, mini avalanche. Do-do-do-do. I want it to stick. I want it to be able to stick. Can you hear a tick-tock noise? That's Stewie. Look, it's Stewie. Tick, tick, tick. He's like a little metronome. I guess I should. I see. I don't use this stuff that often. I've had it a while. Uh-oh. Sorry, little girl. Let's get that off you. I guess I should put plastic on it when I cap it up. All right, let's see. I need a little square tile that I could use as a palette for stuff like this. My son's got tiles left over from a bathroom project, and I don't think they're anything like I could do. Like he said, Mom, you want any of these for your art? And I said, no, I don't think I could really use them because they're not white. They've got a color on them. But I should grab one for something like this. Okay, let's see if this works. And I did. I mean, I don't want to make it runny. All right, let's see. Let's just see if this will work. If this doesn't work, it's going to be a big old bust. If this doesn't work, we'll go to the second project I had planned for today that I might do. Wax paper on all open jars. Thing goes on lid bottles. It looks like they wear tutus. 6 hearts done. That sounds interesting, Ange. Now, at first I thought, well, this might really be heavy. But see, I'm just mushing on a little bit. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm knocking my pencils all over. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Heart yo-yos. Oh, yeah, I remember those. Tim Holtz uses that, and I think I have some of that press saran or something, you know, you could press. Should get me some of that out. Just never think of it. I think I could juice this up a little bit more. I don't really want to paint it on. I kind of want to leave, at least I think I do, I want to leave some spaces for that color underneath to come through. I'm going to put a little more water in. Looks like a mudslide. I don't know. I don't know. Sounds like the hubby's home. Okay, that got a little close to her little face. I need another, I need a clean. I don't want her to look like she's got a beard. I think once it builds up on my brush. Hi, honey.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I can come back and do the edge later when I do the background, because then I want some of it, to be, look a little more like real hair. I had 3 jars of this. It came in a kit. One's like a golden yellow. I think the other one's rust. And then there's this brown. And it's supposed to, if you blend the 3 of them together, it's supposed to make, I don't know, a real rusty looking mess. Hi, Mr. Laurie. Yeah. Thanks, Ange. He's already gone. He might be back. You left the dog out. You left the dogs out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is really going to get hairy here because my brush is kind of getting a little out of control. Let me see. See how it looks on my. Just looks like a big dark mess, huh? See, I was thinking I wouldn't be able. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking it would be. I guess it would be if I added another layer. It would be taller and I wouldn't be able to get in and color the flowers. But it looks like I can for sure. So has anybody else ever done this in a coloring book? Now I'm hoping I'll be able to come in with another dry brush and then put some black over top to really deepen it. And also some lighter color, to try to make it look more dimensional, not real flat. I don't think I'm going to put it on our eyebrows, though. I don't think I needed the color black underneath. I just wasn't sure how this would mush on. But if I do it like this over here, it really doesn't look, well, maybe it does look a little different. This is a test of a crazy coloring woman. I think so, Ange. Maybe people are getting some lunch. Barbara, what are you cooking up today? You're probably cooking something really good. Okay. That's fine. Gil's multitasking. Nothing fun. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I went right over my bug. I'm not paying attention. How could I not be paying attention? I'm looking right at it. Good grief. Good grief, Charlie Brown. I definitely lost this guy's head and his legs. Might be easier if I just cover it all up. This week, with the exception of fish, we are going meatless din tonight. Pea soup and salmon garden salad. Very nice. Very nice. I'm going right over the bug. Ixnay on the bug, eh? I don't think where I put the black underneath looks any different than down here. Can y'all tell? I don't think you can tell. So I'm just going to continue to mush this stuff on. I was thinking the other day, was I driving in the car and I said something to my husband about just mushing it. And I thought, I've got some really, really clever terms here. Zhuzhing and mushing. Thanks, Gail. You can't tell? Good. Then I'm just going to continue here. And then I find a little spot here and so the brush doesn't, I probably could dampen the brush. That might make the process a little more better. Oh, look, that really juiced it up. That might make it a little more better. I just couldn't imagine coloring all that hair and trying to shade. That might be a challenge at some time I will take, but Wasn't thinking I would take it today. Not today. So I still have some drawer space left in my room. I've got room on my shelving unit. Barbara, when will the shredding begin? So Barbara says at least one day a week she does fish meal, sometimes twice, but once a year is a week of meatless with the exception of fish. My husband is not thrilled. See, my brain doesn't even work like that. Of course, I don't cook either. So there's that. Got a couple of spots here that are open, which might be good. Oh, she looks adorable with this hair. I'm sorry, she does looks adorable. And I want to be able to put pencil up in there, so I've got a little spot in here. I need to try to get, and in there a little bit, but this brush is really big. Lori, the only other way I could see doing all that hair is first using paint. Yeah, and then that's a great idea, Gail. Yeah, that would certainly. I mean, because that's a month's project right there if you just use color pencil, at least to me. I should get a smaller brush. Let's see what I have here that might work. I don't have real tiny, this angle brush is about seeing its last days. Let me see if this guy can get in there. There's little small areas, a little close. If I put it right in water, I should be able to wash it right out. Gonna wash that man right out of my head. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head. I'm gonna get in there by that little fleur. Or just get in there with a little bit of a. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, she needs a little hair over here. Looked a little baldy over there, honey, so I'm going to give you a little bit of hair over there. Over there. See how my brain goes? Jeez. I apologize. Okay, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to use my heat gun. I'm going to scrape this down. Pop it right down in that jar, and then after I'm done streaming, I'm going to go get the saran. I would like to start using more textured paste in some of the things I do. I don't know. I just don't think about it. We only had fish on Friday. 131 pages of wallpaper, Vanessa. Oh my goodness. We only had fish on Friday during Lent, and we weren't Catholic. So I don't know what in the world my mother, how she came up with that deal. But that's what we always did growing up. And then I met my husband, got married, and I'm like, well, we need to have, it's Lent, we need to have fish on Friday. And he's like, what? Where did that come from? I said, I don't know. My mother always did it. He said, we're not Catholic. I'm like, I know. Okay, hit gun. Dude's picking up the. Oh, wait a minute, Barb. I got to get my other glasses down. I don't want to miss what you're saying. Dude's picking up the banker boxes on Thursday. We are paying extra to cart banker boxes up 2 flights of stairs and off to the street. Barbara's getting space in her art area. Her hubby's getting boxes off of the shelves, and he's shredding stuff that's, old enough to be shredded, and she is gaining real estate. Woohoo! All right. So they might be shredding after they move the boxes. Doesn't matter as long as it's out of your hair. Right? Woohoo! Happy. I'm gonna watch that man that I should say bug. I'm gonna watch that bug, yeah, I'm gonna watch that bug. All right. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more on its own. I want to do some work on her eyebrow, and I want my dark brown, and I want it to be very sharp. I like their eyebrows to be, somewhat hairy. Barbara says, when my husband arrived home on Thursday to further discussion, he said the shelves could go into the garage. I just stared at him and said, or maybe not. We love shelves. Okay, I'm not going to make them too hairy. I'm just doing little tiny strokes to make it look like hair, or hopefully look like hair. I'm going to do this other eyebrow too, even though I'm kind of concentrating on the one side. I find that if I don't do them together, when I come back to do them, even though I use the same color and I know what color pencil I used, the pressure in my hand is different, or I make the strokes different on a different day. I don't know what to tell you. It always ends up looking different. So I'm going to do those together. Now I'm going to add a little black. That texture paste is still a little damp. Might have to hit it again. And then I was thinking it might make the page really heavy. But this is really like, you know, really, but it's not. It's not. That was silly thinking on my part. Kill. Okay. So now we've got our eyebrows done, I think, for the most part. This is a little crumbly. Okay, so let's take my white. Coloring in the whites of her eyes. Oh, I just heard a truck. I wonder if that's my... I wonder if they just delivered my pencil. The dog's not barking. I'm just going to put a little bit of the yellow. I think this is the goldenrod. The top of her eyes. And then I'm going to take my Sharpie pen. I don't think I'm going to come all the way across the bottom. It might change my mind, but I think I'm going to leave that open. Normally I wouldn't do the eyelashes now, but when I come back in and do more around the face, I can always redarken these. And my crayon is waxing up my pen a little bit there. Kind of crisscrossed and overlapped those lashes a little bit. And I did a few more than what Emanuela had there. But like Dee Dee says, it's my color book. I may do as I wish. I may do as I wish. And I'm not going to do the other eye because I really didn't do the crease very well. I need to get more color in there. It'll just be a little easier. Now I want to do her lips. So I'm going to start with recently I've been starting with my salmon. It's still maybe a little damp. I'm just putting that color all over. Leaving a little spot white or lighter on her lips. Now I did earlier, before you guys got here, put a little white in that highlighted area on her lip. So this is just my base color. And I usually take maybe like a poppy red, or yeah, this is poppy. And then I start lightly coloring in. I'm working towards red. I love me some red lips. Okay, Barb's going to be right back. Let's see, then I'm going to go with, let's see, I've got crimson, and I think Crimson Lake. Is this Crimson Lake as well? They look different. What's the number? Oh, 2 different. Okay, cool beans. It's hard to get that little circular motion going. In a small space. I just keep, getting a little darker and a little darker. Okay, Ange. And I'm going to use my dark purple to do that inside part of her mouth and right around the edge. Just real light. Sometimes I like to pull it away from me so I can see. Put that white back in, and then I'm going to try to blend this here. I wonder if I can get maybe a couple of little lines. Maybe that wasn't such a great idea, but you got to try stuff. It looks okay. This is dry enough for me to fuss with. Okay, I'm a little nervous. All right, so I want a dry brush, which I just moved. Shocker, moved all my brushes. This is a little large, but I don't know if I'll be able to. It might be a little too big. I might want the brush I applied the texture paste on. Oh, thanks, Jen. I'm glad you're back. All right, so I'm thinking, of course, I've got my paints buried. See if I can find an appropriate gray tone. Sorry, I've got stuff. I made room for my wheel so it would spin better, but I keep having an avalanche. Maybe a little hippo. And then I've got my white. Try not to have. If you could see some of this stuff. Oh my goodness. What'd you get, Ange? All right, this is an old Delta Ceram coat. Maybe I shouldn't do gray. Maybe I should be doing a brown. That's a thought. Is it not? Or maybe a little copper. Ooh, wouldn't copper be fun? All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. On second thought, let's try cocoa. Don't do this. Don't do what I'm about to do, my darling girls. Do not tip your brush in your bottle. Pour some out, please. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is a little lighter here. Probably should be. I usually make this side darker. So I'm going to stay away from there, I think, because I might add more texture paste. Actually, I could do that before I get started, and then that can dry. I must have been light-handed there. So I've gotten out a piece of paper towel. That's what I'm going to rub my brush on to take off most of the paint. And there were highlights all over her head. Lori, put it in the cap. Yeah, I do, but then it... Oh, what did she get? She got roast pork. Oh, I love deviled eggs, mashed potatoes, pinto beans, slaw. Oh my goodness, Ange, that sounds like a smorgasbord. Yeah, I'm going to dip into the cap. Yeah. But you probably shouldn't do either. Probably should pour some out. She's got such a sweet little face, this little gal. All right, I'm drying out my brush, drying my brush as much as I can. I could do the heat gun, but... So there's little patches here of lightness that when I applied the texture paste, I'm just going to follow along those. So I'm taking most of the paint off of my brush. That's what dry brushing is. You start out with a dry brush, which mine... wasn't super dry. Super dry. And I want some bits over here really light, maybe on the edge. I mean, I don't want her to look like a cat with bad fur. Just wanting to create maybe a little bit of visual difference, you know. Hey, there's my Peggy girl. Hi. Thanks, Peggy. And I want to put a white highlight in her eye as well. Just adding a little white to my brush. I'm hitting those same areas. You're welcome. I need art therapy every day. That's what keeps me sane. She kind of does look like a cat with bad fur. Yeah, where I took that bug out, I was actually thinking about adding a bow on there, Ange. All right, where is my finest stylus? This might do. Let's see. I'm going to take this little stylus and give her highlight, I hope. All right, I'm going to hold it up and do it, guys, so I can see. Okay, that's better. All right, now I'm going to go with my dark chocolate. And I'm going to put that on my brush. And I'm going to work out those lighter colors. Let's see. Just like the Robert Frost poem, The Road Not Taken, and I took the channel where it was one, and that's made all the difference. Barb, you're so cute. Hi, Devin. Oh, thanks, Devin. So how are you girls doing today? All right, I'm going to come underneath with the dark. That's not really doing much. This, I think I went the wrong way. I should have kept going this way, perhaps. I'm going to just go with the black. Cap up my white. Now, for those of you that are just coming in, this gal needs a lot more work. I kind of rushed her face. The paper is very textured, and I couldn't find my smooth cardstock to copy it. And I wanted to fuss with her because I wanted to try texture paste on her hair. So now I'm going to use some black and hopefully not ruin it. I don't know if you guys can tell. Looks really cool where I put it on heavier, even with the black. See, I want this darker on this side. I don't know if you guys can really see it. Look, you can see the texture. Oh, maybe there. You can see the little bumpies. I'm trying to push some of that up into the light spots that I made so it doesn't look yes, Barbara. Only her hairdresser knows for sure. There's Cassie. Hi, Cassie. She's sewing away. I've been thinking about those fresh string beads, Kathy. Oh, she still looks a little blotchy, doesn't she? Uh-oh. Careful. Don't want to get her ear. Mm. This is where, if you knew what you were doing, like if you were, say, like Kathy Arbor, and Dee Dee. You know, and you know how color works. Probably even Devin. I'm just trying to go on the top, even where I highlighted, to try to get some down, you know, where it looks like it's down in the hair. So it just doesn't, you know, look like, I said, like a cat with a bad fur. Cat with bad fur. Uh-oh. Aunt's just starting to get a food coma. Go for it, Ange. I might let that dry and then see what's what. So really what I need to do is just continue to work on her. Sorry guys, I had to take a little sippy. Thank you, Devin. You're very encouraging. Thank you so very much. I think, but if you look at her really close, you know, I need a lot of work. But what I was wondering is if I see this gal, Bonnie Snowden. Of course, I don't have it here. I have it out in the other room. She, of course, uses color pencil, which this is here, textured paste. And when she's doing fur or hair, I guess, she scratches and drags the color out. But you can't really do that without a background. So I'm just wondering if I do a wash of like a watercolor, if I could scratch some of these little bits of hair out and make it look more realistic, if you will. Let's see, what do I have? I have my I don't know what color I might like to use. Let's see. Maybe I'll just use this tan color. Why not? Why not give it a go, huh? Let's give it a go. Let's find a fairly large brush so we can make. I'm using my drinking water. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. Even if I get a little blue in there, who cares? Who cares? Yeah, textured paste. Oh, I didn't mix enough of the. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, I should just use my glass palette here. See, now I didn't come down real close with the textured paste here because I should have with my smaller brush, but I missed that part. Yeah, she does kind of have gold spots. Was thinking about dry brushing some copper in there as well. Kind of pushing up into that textured paste there with my watercolor. I've entered an unknown zone, the Twilight Zone. Thanks, Ange. This got very funny down here. What was that term I was asking Kathy Arbor the other week? Somebody was talking about it being some watercolors being more gradient or I forget the term. All right, let me try this water color paint. Hold, please. Heat gun. Now, I don't think it's going to work with just the textured paste. I'm going to go get my granulating. Is that the word I need, Devin? Thank you. All right. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. All right, I'm going to take a second and go get, okay, it's going to be more than a second. All right, I'm going to go grab my ceramic tipped X-Acto knife. I shall return shortly. Please stay put, or if you need to, take a comfort break, and I shall be right back. I will scurry and get it. Oh, I haven't scurried in a long time. So, this is a technique that Bonnie Snowden does. Of course, I've only watched her doing it with animal portraits. This is my loose that I'm trying to do, but she's a white dog. So Bonnie, and I don't have enough color in. Bonnie will take and put in all her color and her shading, and then she takes an X-Acto knife, but with a ceramic blade. Hers looks like, I don't really know which one she buys, but hers looks more like a pencil. I guess I did see one, but it was maybe more expensive than I wanted to spend until I knew I could maybe do it. And then she uses it, like when you would cut this way. So she uses it kind of on the back side of it. Thank you, Gail. It does look like her. I just have to put down more color and then figure out how to get the white. All right, so what I'm thinking is, because I don't think, let me wipe this up before I stick my arm in it. Of course, I could try it. Now, I don't want, just straight lines coming off of her hair. So this will be the tricky part. Yeah, so that's not going to do it. So I need some color. So let's just try a little area. Let's just put some, oh, that was my paint. Let's just put a little bit of brown there. And then I'll add some black. This may not work. And then try to hold this knife correctly. Where the heck did I put it? Right there. I keep switching my glasses on and off. I wish I could wear like progressives or bifocals, but I can't. They make me crazy. I don't know if you guys can see. Like when she does it, you can see the scratch marks, and it like pulls out into your other. Yeah, I don't think that's really doing anything. Oh, they're in the dark part. You can see it a little. See right here? So you can see where it makes it look like hairs. But that's making it light underneath. I was wanting a way to put a little bit of, maybe what I'll do is I'm going to take some of my Distress crayon. All right, what's Peggy saying there? Yeah, that's why I put the pencil on. You're right, Gail. Dry paint. No, and Bonnie uses, this might be darker than what I want. Bonnie uses color pencil, not paint. This little girl here, she's just being a little tester. She's being a little tester girl. So I picked out a distress crayon that kind of went with my background, excuse me, my background color. I'm just kind of smooshing that around. Bye, Gail. Take care. Hope you're feeling better. She said her allergies have kicked in. Okay, so I think that looks better that way with a little bit of maybe darkness around her hair. I'm going to dry it. Now, I recently found a micron pencil. Brown. And then I have my black Sharpie marker somewhere. Oh, where did my Sharpie go? Let's pull out another. Let's pull out another. Maybe I can make little just here and there, little like wild hairs. Peggy said, my son is a third generation running the business. My father started it, so I am proud of that. Just having a small business survive during COVID is saying something. May I ask what kind of business, Peggy? Or is that too personal? You don't have to answer that. I was just wondering. Is it in the art world or is it construction? You know, that kind of thing. Just curious. What was your daddy into? What did your daddy like? Okay, so that's a brush. Yeah, I've never really tried. I don't know why I bought this. Okay, Ange, enjoy that nap. Oh, Devin, I can't even begin to tell you. My room. Oh, my poor room. I'm making progress, though. That doesn't look too bad that way. Oh, a uniform company. How cool is that? Very nice. Genius. Wish my son would get his own. Well, I guess he is trying to work towards getting his own company. He wants to be a tattoo ink artist. So that's what he's been working on. Hope it, whoops, I don't want that. I hope it works out for him. But we're a little hesitant. We're a little resident. How did she use it? How did she say it? Remember the movie? Oh my gosh, what movie is it? The one that has the song, Barbara, are you still here? Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little. Oh, Music Man, right? Cheep, cheep, cheep. Pick a little, talk a little. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little. And the mayor's wife, she always said, I am a resident. Devin said, you can also use a black color pencil to do some little scrabbles over the hair like Judy does. True. Let's try that. See if it'll pick it up. Where's some black? Black? I just picked up all my pencils. Yeah, on the textured paste, I don't see it so much. I like the edge. I do like the edge. And then I will come in with, well, let's just do this. Let's see. I still have a little time. So I believe that Tanya will be on after me. Now, I don't often have a very good follow through, but I'm trying to do better with that. So I'm going to try to finish this gal. Maybe when I'm sitting and watching TV at night or the ball game. Oh, Barbara, you know, you'll be great. You'll be great because you have space. See, I didn't really have the space. I'm trying to not throw out too much stuff and gain space. Of course, my husband thinks it all should go. But we all know that ain't happening until I'm out of here and he's in charge. You know what I'm saying, girls? What were you working on, Devin? May we ask to what caused that little mess you got going on there? Were you jelly printing or Barbara is gaining 10 get out of here, 10 shelving units? Barbara, do you have a space like Kathy Berg and Colleen? Peggy's very generous. Peggy purges her supplies and then she sends out happy mail. On the other farm, you have 2 farms? Oh my gosh, Kathy. Oh, Kathy, I looked at your little photo. You're adorable. Your little profile pic. All right, Kath, maybe we'll see you somewhere else today. We got Tanya coming up, and hopefully Mary's feeling better and she'll be on later tonight. I've got a few ideas for some standalone videos. I got to get crack-a-lacking on those too. My goodness. You could come organize mine. I would like that very. See, the thing of it is, like, my husband would help me, but he doesn't know where I want anything, and he's just first of all, he's not into it. I mean, he does have artistic abilities, but he just is not interested in my art and what I do. And he's very, he thinks like a man. He's nothing's has no is no attachment to anything. It's still just very logical. And hi, Judy. Hello, hello. Have a wonderful Sunday sunshine and smiles for everyone. Isn't that lovely? Thank you. And so to have someone help you who's got a creative brain like you do would be so great. So great. Blend that out very well. All right, so I just used my Timmy crayon here. Doing a little smudge pudge here. kind of pushing that into my textured paste hair, which I really do like. Okay. In terms of space, very much like K-Berg, but I don't have the abundance and variety of supplies. Oh, wow, Barbara, good for you. Very nice. She would be, Peggy would be happy. Peggy thought she had a victim. I'll have to go back and see. I don't know what that's about. Barbara, I would be happy to fill your space with supplies. Jen, you're a lace hoarder. Yeah, well, I wish I could say I was just a lace hoarder. I was saying to my girlfriend Joyce when she was here the other day, it's just like, some of the stuff I see, and I might get something for a reasonable price at Goodwill or, this other place that I go that kind of goes in and takes care of estates, when all the family's been through and then they need to get the house cleaned out for the realtor. And I get some great prices and some really cool stuff. Lace. Oh, I never really got lace, but like linens and stuff. But then I don't want to use them because they're just so beautiful to me. I got to start using some of that stuff. I mean, I bought some doilies and stuff over a year ago. Oh gosh, it's probably 2 years. It was when COVID was just starting. Thanks, Jen. And I haven't used any of them. I haven't even really looked at them because I don't know. I don't know. I have a problem. I have a problem. All right. So I think another thing I can do easily is my background. I'm going to just, put a stencil down and put some color. Oops, I don't know what color. Let me dry it first. And then I'm trying to avoid pulling out my big stencil um, box. But I don't know that I have a stencil I really would like to use. Well, I guess I could just use my little one. Let's dry her first. Okay. Heat gun. That's a very sweet offer, Barbara. Say thank you. Peggy's a love bug. All right, I'm going to use I think I'm going to use my oxide ink. Um, I've never really used my distress inks. I'm going to stick with my oxide. I think I'm just going to use my sage green, bundled sage, because I love it. And it's not too in your face. And that's what I'm going to do with my little flimsy. I'm going to get one of my little makeup brushes out. She uses the Distress. Does that mess up your makeup brushes, Devin? It's because the oxide's clean out. Oh, Peggy, Zucchini Kitty. Yeah, if you like to color it all, Peg, oh my goodness. Zucchini Kitty. Yeah, she does awesome stuff. I'll have to try the Distress inks. Actually, I would like to use maybe like my tea. I'm going to see if Devin answers me. If Devin answers me about this makeup brush, yes, she sprays with water. Your brushes are fine. Just swipe them really well with it. Okay, kid, I'm going to do it then. Let's do it. This is a day of trying different things. So I'm going to put my oxide back. I'm getting out my tea dye ink. Because I think the color it'll be subtle, I'm hoping. Oh, here we go. Oh. I love it. I keep bending my little stencil. I love this, Devin. This is working out good, girls. I thought it would be more intense. Okay, Devin. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. All right, now I'm thinking I need an edge around the outside. Some color around the outside. Now this is where I had some granulating of my color, my watercolor. So I'm just using a little more pressure to kind of get this pattern down. Yeah, that really works just as lovely as the oxide does, doesn't it? Who knew? Not I, said the fly. I know, right, Jen? I got this at the market, at Keisha's market. I don't know who was selling them, but it's just perfect. If it was a little heavier, it would be the cat's meow. I would like to have a couple more, of course, in different styles, because it's nice to just, it's little, you know, I can keep it by my workspace. I don't have to drag out. Of course, you know, if I ever refined my Timmy stencils, that'd be good too. They were missing, they were found, and now they are missing again. Oh dear. Gosh, it doesn't even look like there's much left in my brush. That's Faberuni. Faberuni! I love Timmy. I love Timmy's stuff. I almost just picked up my drink water, which I used as paint water, to have a little sip. Getting a little parched. All right, one last thing before I cut out. I think either Tanya is on or about to come on. I'm just going to add a little around the edge of my See, I try not to put the crayon real hard because I don't want the lines. You know, I want to be able to smudge them out. I might have gotten a little aggressive there. Of course, I'm out of baby wipes, so let's just use my finger here a little. All right, girls, I think this is going to be it for me for today. I'm going to get some lunch, call my neighbor, check in on her, and then my baseball team is playing. And unless something changes, Tanya's on. Thanks, Pam. And unless something changes, probably we'll play Pinochle later today with our friends in Colorado. Oh, it's been a bad Pinochle month. So I'm hoping that changes. Look, I pushed down too hard there. Oh, I'm happy you did too, Peggy. Thanks for coming in. Okay, Judy said, Lori, if you coat a doll in wax, you can use the newly created item as, a doily. If you dip, oh, really? Huh. Thank you, Barbara. We'll see you soon. And maybe, hopefully, Mary's feeling better and she'll be on later tonight. So as I finish this up, everyone, thanks for being here. I appreciate it so very much. And I'll see you all next time. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.